What's good, fellas? Welcome to this presentation. The topic for today is how to build your own tribe or social circle using cold approach. All right. So basically, I'm going to create this vision of myself. If I was starting from scratch, I had no social circle, I had no friends, I had no women, and I wanted to build my own social circle, my own tribe. I call it a tribe. Basically, it's like people that you, essentially like friends or people that you fuck with that have similar values, similar interests, and basically like your crew. You could call it a gang, your squad, whatever. You can build this from scratch, literally, using code approach. All right, so I'm gonna give you some steps on how you can do that based on me just creating this scenario of me doing it if I was to do it from scratch, right? If I had no women, I had no friends right now, right? So the first thing I would do is I would make sure I'm in a good state of mind, that I feel good about myself. You gotta make peace with yourself, right? You gotta like actually love yourself. Like if you don't love yourself, we gotta start there, because that's what's gonna make you attractive. That's what's gonna make you magnetic. When you actually love yourself, there's an energy that you're gonna hold. There's an energy that you're gonna carry that's going to be magnetic to other people, because they can tell, yo, this dude, like, he just has a certain energy about him. There's something about him, right? They don't realize it's because you love yourself. You love your life. You really gotta get in this gratitude state of mind where you're really grateful for your life. You're really appreciative. You understand, right? I read these books. There's this book called Chicken Noodle Soup for the Soul. You hear these stories of all these people that are in some tough ass situations, man. They would love to be in your position. They would love to be where you are. So you got to get appreciative of the life that you have. It could be way worse, right? So you got to really start, getting into this good state of appreciation, of love, of peace, right? You got to make sure you're good, because you're not going to be able to go out there and influence people and build a tribe if you're not good, right? If you're not in a good place. So that's where we start. That's where we start. Make sure that you're at peace with yourself. You love yourself. You love your life. We start there. Okay? Now we need to get in this mindset of leadership. If you want to create a tribe, if you want to build your own social circle, you have to get in this mindset of leadership. You got to lead, right? Because you're creating something. In order to create something, you have to lead. There's nobody to follow here. You're creating your own tribe. And it's amazing to have your own tribe. It's amazing to have your own social circle, because you created it. So you can decide, what are the kind of people you want in your tribe? What are the kind of people you want in your social circle, right? What kind of men do you want in your social circle? What kind of women do you want in your social circle? What kind of values do you want the people in your social circle to have? What kind of interests? Right? You got to get clear on this, because you're building something here. So you got to get clear. You don't want to build a mess. You don't want to build a tribe or a social circle where people are going to be fighting and arguing and conflicts like that, right? So you got to get clear on that. Once you get clear on that, then it's time to go out and meet these people, right? Go out and put yourself in places where these people would be, right? So the whole idea of code approach is being able to go up and walk up to someone, what man or woman, right? Walk up to someone and basically start a pleasant, comfortable communication, a comfortable interaction where they don't feel awkward, they don't feel weird. Like you have to actually take responsibility for the interaction, right? In the sense of, you have to come from a place of you're transferring energy, right? So you get in the state of mind and the emotion and the vibe that you want the person to have. You have to be in it first, because you're creating that. And so when you communicate from that place, it's either the person is going to accept that frame and also receive that vibe and send it back to you, or they're going to repel it, right? And so you got to have this mindset. So you're going to put out that energy, you're going to put out a certain vibe, and you're going to attract certain people, and you're going to repel certain people, right? So you go out with that mindset. And basically what you want to do is go out and give value. Go out and spread good vibes, right? Like me personally, I'm gonna think about it. Okay, if I was building my tribe, I would go to places. I would go to places where I would find the type of people I want in my tribe, right? So, for example, when I look at when I was in high school and when I was in high school, I was really into basketball, right? So I would go to places where guys play basketball, and that's how I built my social circle. I would just go there all the time. I wasn't cold approaching anyone, but I would just go there and have a good time. I'd go there and play basketball. I'd go there and, talk shit. We would make jokes. We'd have fun, right? And I would just have this mindset of like, these are the kind of guys I want to be around. People who have the same values, people who play basketball, people who are athletic, people who, watch the NBA, right? That's what I wanted. So I went into that space and I interacted with these kind of guys consistently, right? Consistently. And I gave value, right? My value was my skills. I didn't have the communication skills I have right now. So my value was just being good at basketball, right? So you got to have some value to bring to people, right? Because if you have no value, nobody's going to, really take you seriously or really want to be around you like that. I'm going to just be real with you, right? If people don't want to be around you, it's because they can't see your value, right? So you have to demonstrate your value. Sometimes you can have value, but you're not demonstrating it. You're not showing it, right? So if you're good at something, you got to show it. People got to see it so they can say, okay, yeah, this is a value. And maybe they might not see clearly why they're attracted to you, but it's because you're demonstrating some value, okay? So you go in the environment where the people would be and you just go there consistently and you will naturally start building a social circle. Now, you decide if you want to build your own social circle within a social circle. What do I mean by that? When you go to the environment or the place where these people interact, there's different people that have their own crews and their own social circle, whatever, and you can kind of create your own, right? You can literally go and start interacting with the people who you'd like to be in your social circle within the social circle, if that makes sense. Like your sub-social circle, your sub-tribe, right? So for example, when I used to go to these places to play basketball, whatever, there were certain people, certain guys that I thought, man, this is a cool dude, this is a cool guy, right? So I would put more effort into communicating with those people, and I would actually set up opportunities for us to hang out in other places, right? So maybe I might invite them to like some event that was relevant to basketball, right? Because we already know they have that interest. So I might invite them to an event like that. Or I might say, hey, there's this other basketball court. You guys should come along, whatever, right? Or I would say, hey, I just got the new NBA 2K game. I don't know if you guys want to come over and play. Like you have to start leading. You have to start creating like social gatherings, right? Social events and basically take on that leadership role. That's why I'm saying you gotta be good with yourself. You gotta be in a good place so you can lead, right? So you can lead with good energy, with positive vibes, right? That people would actually want to be around, right? So I use basketball as an example. Let's say you can have different kinds of tribes. Like you could literally create a tribe of just women, right? So like, let's say that was my goal right now. I wanted to create this tribe of women. And to me, I kind of have that going on because I have a rotation, right? So that's kind of like a version of a social circle. That's my version, right? But let's say you want to go out and build a social circle consisting of women, right? You can literally just like, at least the way I would do it, you can literally just go to the grocery, like women go to the grocery store. You go to the grocery store, you can go to the mall, you can go to these places and you could practice cold approach, right? Cold approach is essentially you walking up to a woman, you don't know her, but basically you're going to start a conversation with her and your goal in that conversation is to create attraction, so get her attracted to you, make her comfortable, and then move her into the relationship that you want her to be in, right? So if you want to be friends with her, you move the interaction into a friend zone. If you want her to be a romantic interest, you move the relationship into a romantic place. If you want her to be a sexual interest, you move the relationship into a sexual place. But you have to lead, right? You can't just leave it up to chance and hope that it happens. You actually have to lead, but you have to come from a place of abundance, knowing not every girl is going to accept your frame, right? Not every girl is going to accept your frame, but you want to put that frame out there, and whoever accepts it, great. Whoever doesn't, then that's your girl, right? Or that's your girls, right? So let's say, I decide, okay, I want to build a tribe, or let's just use the proper term here. Let's say I want to build a rotation, right? So obviously these are girls that I'm seeing in a romantic way, a romantic or sexual way, consistently over a period of time. I would set that intention, right? I set that intention. Okay, I want to build a rotation. I want a rotation of 3 women that I find attractive, that I'm seeing consistently, and I'm having a romantic and sexual relationship with. So now I got to ask myself, how am I going to attract those women, right? Because we said we have to attract. First we have to attract, then we have to make them comfortable, and then we lead them into the relationship we want to lead them into. So first you got to ask yourself, how are you going to attract these women? What is attractive about you? You got to actually be able to answer that question, okay? Because when you go out and approach a woman, you have to demonstrate attractive qualities. Otherwise, she's not going to find you attractive. And you got to figure out what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, okay? So for example, my strengths, and these are all creative strengths, right? These are my strengths, right? My archetype design. I've created a version of myself that looks cool, right? Like if I walk up to a woman, I know I look cool because I created this, right? Like if I take off my what you call it, my scully or whatever this is called, I take out my piercings, I take off my watch, I stop working out, I just start looking raggedy, it's gonna be harder for me to create attraction. Like I'm not, you know, we just gotta be real about that. So this was something I designed. I actually consciously made a decision to make sure that my archetype looks cool. Notice I'm not saying pretty. I'm not trying to be a girl. I'm not trying to be pretty. You can make yourself look cool, right? You can make yourself look like somebody who is interesting. Like you want to make yourself look interesting. You can't be walking up to these girls looking average, because she's going to put you in the same box as all those average dudes. So you got to make it, you have to design yourself and have fun with it. Like it's fun, you know, creating this version of myself that I created. I love being this version of myself. It's cool. It's fun. I like being an interesting dude. I like looking cool, right? So make yourself look cool so you can look in the mirror and be like, yo, I like how I look. I look cool, bro. And it's a process. I wasn't always like this. I worked my way up. I did my push-ups and stuff like that. That's how I created this physique. You know what I mean? I tried out different styles and found a style that works for me. You got to find a style that works for you. You know, you've been given a certain set of cards and you got to learn how to use them, right? And so I figured out how to use my cards. If I had a different look, I would create a different look. Like if I had a different body type or I was a different race or whatever, I would figure out how to make that look cool, right? So any guy that I meet, like if he's just dressed regular, whatever, like there's a way to make him more attractive just by him creating a version of himself that looks cooler, that's sexier, that's hotter, right? So that's the first part. You can work on your look, your archetype, okay? Another thing you want to work on is your communication skills, like your ability to express yourself. Can you express yourself authentically? Can you speak from your soul? Can you speak from your heart? Or are you stuck in your head? Oh, what do I say? What do I do? Oh my goodness, how do I make her like me? Blah, blah, blah. You're not going to get a girl if you're stuck in your head, because you're not going to be able to connect with her emotionally. You don't connect with someone emotionally by speaking from your head. Even a guy, if you go up to a guy, imagine you went up to a guy and you were thinking the whole time, oh, what do I say to make him like me? That's weird, right? That's weird. When you're chilling with your friends, you just vibing. You're just saying whatever you want, right? You're just speaking. You're just expressing yourself freely, right? When you're with your best friend or whoever you're comfortable with, you're not in your head thinking, oh, what do I say to impress this person? How do I look cool? How do I? No. So same thing with a woman. You go up to a woman, you don't want to be stuck in your head. You gotta speak from your heart, speak from your soul. Now, what happens when you do that? It makes you vulnerable. Right? It makes you vulnerable. You're putting yourself out there. You're allowing yourself to be judged and possibly rejected. But here's the thing. As a man, you should be able to handle rejection. Probably no one has ever told you that. You need to know that. A man should be able to handle rejection, right? If you can't handle rejection, that's an insecurity. That's weakness. Women can smell weakness on you. She can smell when you're trying to avoid rejection. And that's weakness. That's unattractive to her. Women are attracted to strength. They're attracted to confidence. We all know this. They love confidence, right? Confidence is strength and character. Confidence is your ability to be courageous. Your ability to, you know what I mean, put yourself out there. You know what I mean? Be vulnerable, right? So, yeah, your communication skills, your ability to express yourself authentically. Another thing you can work on. is your masculinity. Becoming grounded in your masculinity. What do I mean by that? You being proactive and knowing that you can handle the tensions of life. Ask yourself, are you running from certain things in your life? Right? Are you running away from certain things that you need to address, certain insecurities, certain challenges, maybe certain goals that you have you're running away from? That's making you weak, right? That's making you weak. You need to, as a man, step up and start creating the life you want to live, right? Start bossing out in your life. Start handling your shit. Get into your masculine energy. Masculine energy is this energy of forward movement, of proactive movement, of assertiveness, of going after goals, of challenging, going after challenges, right? Strengthening your character, improvement, evolution. These are qualities of a masculine man. And the groundedness comes from knowing that you can handle shit. The only way you're going to know if you can handle shit is by going and doing shit, right? You got to go and challenge yourself. You got to go and approach that girl and go into and have that experience. Whether you get her or not, you're going to grow. Just from approaching her, you're going to grow as a man because you just did a manly move. That's manly. Only a man would go and approach a girl. Whether you get the girl or not, that's whatever, right? If you keep on getting better, you're going to get the girl, right, over time. But the first step is you got to be a man, right? You got to be in your masculine energy, okay? So that's another thing you can work on, grounded masculinity. Another quality that's very attractive to women is ability to lead. Ability to lead and not worry whether somebody's going to follow or not, right? What makes a leader very great is when he doesn't even care about having followers. That's when the followers come. When they see that the leader is so strong that he doesn't even need followers, that's when the followers come. You notice when you start to do something at first, if you try to start a business or start an organization or do something new, people at first, they doubt you because they don't see that confidence or that conviction. The only way you're going to have that confidence, that conviction is by going after the goal and doing it by yourself at first and building up that strength, building up that confidence, building up that self-belief. Now people can feel that energy and now they want to follow, right? They're not going to follow at first. Same thing with women. Women are not going to follow you or submit to you if they don't see that strength of character. She needs to feel like you can handle her, right? She needs to feel that you can handle her energy, right? And in order for her to feel that, you first have to be able to handle your own life. You're not going to be able to handle her life if you can't handle your life, right? And she actually wants a man that can help her handle her life. Not everything, but a man who can lead her, help her, right? Like that should be your mindset. When you get with a woman, you got to ask yourself, how can I improve her life? How can I make her life better? You got to remember, there's somebody in that body. There's a soul in that body, right? I know she looks good. I know she got a fat ass. She's beautiful, whatever. But remember, there's a soul. There's a spirit inside that body, right? That's living life, that has challenges, that has insecurities. And she's looking for a man that can help her, right? So you, as a man, you got to be secure. You got to be whole. You got to be on point. So when you approach the woman, you approach her with strength. You approach her from a place of, I know my value. I know if you get with me, your life's going to get better. So if you reject me, that's your loss, right? But that's an energy. That's an energy you got to have. That's a mindset you got to have. And she can feel that, right? Right? And the right women are going to see that value, and the other women that don't see it, those are not the right women. Like, we got to understand there are women out there for you and there's some women not out there for you, right? The goal here is to go and get your women, right? There's certain women out there that are actually perfect for you, that are waiting for you, but they're waiting for the best version of you, not the version of you that's insecure, that's doubting themselves, that doesn't know what to do, that's making excuses. They're looking for the strong, best version of yourself, the most powerful version of you, because that's the version of you that can handle her, that can be her man, right? And the more powerful you become as a man, the more women you can handle. That's when you can have a rotation of women that you're seeing consistently, and they're into you because you can handle them. You can handle that energy. It's energy. It's feminine energy, right? But first, you got to be handling your own shit. Now, this is my way of going about it, right? There's other ways of going about it, and I'm not going to talk about those ways because it is what it is. My way of going about it, this is how you get the results in a solid and permanent way, right? When you build your character and you actually become this beingness, your results with women, it stays consistent. Your dating life is handled, right? right? You build a social circle. You want to build a social circle that you can keep the social circle and maintain it. You don't want to get lucky and have a social circle and then it just dissolves. That's why I'm saying you want to make sure you're good, make sure you're whole, make sure you're on point, right? So you can maintain the results that you get. You don't want to get a girl and then you lose her in like a few weeks. You want to have this beingness that gets women and is able to maintain and keep them around. That's a strong character. That's a strong man. That's a masculine and grounded man, right? So yeah, so building a rotation of women, it's like you want to have these attractive qualities. So when you go out and approach these women, they can see, yeah, this is not like a normal dude. It's not a regular dude. Like, look, he's grounded in his masculinity. He can express himself authentically as a cool archetype. He looks cool. You know what I mean? He's leading. He's confident, right? He's comfortable in his own skin. He can speak his mind, right? He can handle tension, right? He can handle my shit test. Like, she wants to see like a cool man. Basically, girls are going for the best men they can get. The best men they have access to, that's what they want. So it's our job as men to become our best selves. So when you show up to certain women, you're going to stand out, right? That's what you want. You want to stand out. You want to become irreplaceable. You become irreplaceable by finding your own power, finding your own attractive qualities that are unique to you. You know, you've been given a certain set of cards. No other man can be like you. So you need to amplify your strengths and sharpen up your weaknesses, right? So you become your best self. When you show up, you're your own beast, right? You know what I like to think of it? I like to think of it as you're an Avenger, right? You notice in the Avengers, there's different superheroes in the Avengers. They're all powerful. They're all powerful, but they're all unique, right? Captain America's powerful, but he's powerful in his own way. The Hulk is powerful, but he's powerful in his own way. Thor's powerful, he's powerful in his own way, right? Spider-Man's right? So the Avengers, you know, is a good example of what I'm saying here. It's like you want to become a powerful version of yourself, a unique man, but like, you know what I mean? That has attractive qualities, right? So yes, they give you this advice like be yourself, right? Being yourself, that's decent advice, but my advice is to be your best self. Like that's what I did, right? Being myself, the self that you are currently is what created the current condition. If you want a better condition, what does that mean? You have to become a better version of yourself. So it's not you being somebody you're not. It's not you trying to do some shit. No, you just become a better version of yourself. You evolve. Gain more skills, right? Gain more attractive qualities, right? Raise your confidence. Strengthen your strengths. Whatever you're good at, improve that. Make that even better. Amplify that. Listen to what people say. Whatever they point out is like things they like or admire about you. Keep building that up. Turn it into a superpower, right? Literally turn it into a superpower. Make it so great that people are like, whoa, you know? And what's gonna happen is when you have these strengths, these things, qualities about you that are so amazing, people are not even gonna notice your weaknesses. That's why you may see a guy who's maybe not that attractive physically, but he's getting women because there's some other value, some other quality, some other trait that he has, or a combination of traits or values that he has that are getting these women. It's as simple as that, right? If you don't have the looks, then then work on something else, right? Or work on some other qualities. If you don't have the height, then you work on some other quality. Like we all have some weaknesses and we all have strengths. So the way how you get the girls is by building up your strengths so that your weaknesses, they don't even notice them, right? Like that's one of the main things here. So that's how I would go about building rotations. Like make sure I'm the best version of myself, like an attractive version of myself. You know, amplify these qualities, take responsibility for my condition in life. Then I would go out and approach women, right? When you go out and approach women, you have the decision. Are you going to approach them in an indirect or direct manner? That's your decision. You can decide. Me personally, I go off of my vibe, how I feel in the moment. Sometimes I feel like going direct. Sometimes I feel like going indirect, right? If I feel like going direct, I'll see a girl I find attractive. I'll just straight up go to her and say, hey, I thought you were attractive. I wanted to come and say hi, right? The conversation starts. We start talking. I pay attention to the vibe, the energy of the conversation, and I pay attention to her body language. How is she responding to me? right? If she's responding to me in like a kind of standoffish way, then I'll say things to make her more comfortable, right? I may talk about, where I'm from, or I might talk about my family, like things that she can relate to. Or if I see the attraction's not high enough, I may do some, spike her emotions, right? I might amplify my state so I can trigger emotions in her. So I may speak with more enthusiasm, right? Or I may tell us an interesting story, right? Or maybe I'll just talk about my day. One of the things you want to do is make sure your day, you're actually living a cool, like a day that you're actually proud of. So you can just talk about your day. Talk about what you did during the day. Literally, when I approach women, I just tell them what I did in my day. I say, man, I woke up this morning about 4 a.m. I did my affirmations. I've been listening to these affirmations. They're like stoic affirmations, basically like repeating stoic values and virtues and stuff like that. And it's like it's making my mind so sharp and making me disciplined. And I feel powerful when I do that. And then I go and do my workout. I do body weight workouts, right? You see how I'm speaking with passion in life? It doesn't matter what you talk about. It's how you talk about it, right? This makes, yeah, bro, the aura, perfect, bro. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, like it's the way you talk about things. It's not what you're saying, it's the way you talk about it. So you want to be able to speak with passion, speak with life, right? That's what keeps people interested. That's what keeps the woman interested. And then you gauge her response. If she's into it, then she's into it. You know what I mean? And if whenever you get the vibe to ask for her number, you ask for her number. You say, hey, I'm actually enjoying this conversation. We should probably hang out sometime. What's your number? Right? You get her number, and she's like, oh, here's my number, da da da. You maybe text her later in the day, and you say, hey, when are you free this week? And she'll let you know when she's free. You set something up. You go grab some smoothies or some ice cream. You have a little date, whatever. You vibe on the date, and then you can, if you have your spot, you can invite her back to your place. I usually say, I'll say, hey, I'm not gonna go to sleep right away. I'm probably gonna watch a movie or something. You should come by, right? Here's the thing, though. You gotta understand. You as a man, your job is to lead. You're not gonna get every girl. Like, I know I say, when I'm saying things, I'm making it sound so smooth and nice. I don't get every girl, and that's okay. I'm not supposed to get every girl. But there's certain girls out there that are for me, and I get those girls, right? You see what I'm saying? It's kind of like in sales. You're not gonna get every sale, but there's certain sales that you're supposed to get, and you wanna be competent and capable to make those sales, right? And a lot of it is your energy. A lot of it is your aura, right? Your confidence, knowing your value, knowing what's attractive about yourself and communicating that, right? And then, to build your social circle, you got to go out consistently. You got to go and meet people. Like, if you can do it every day, great. If not every day, a couple times per week. But consistency, keep doing it until, one thing about me, the reason why I'm able to achieve my goals is because I don't stop. That's a key thing. If you want something, you don't stop. You don't stop after you hit an obstacle or hit a hurdle or whatever. You keep going. You keep going. You'll get wiser. You'll get more efficient. You'll get better. You'll improve. You know what I mean? For real, this shit not a Lil Wayne video. Rotation of 5 is good as you level up to peak performance on the weekends. Hell yeah. Bro, you can build a rotation of 5 women, 10. It's literally all it comes down to you setting the goal, setting the intention, and committing to it. Committing to it and taking the necessary actions. If you don't get it right away, all that means is you just got to keep evolving until you get it. Right? That's what we need to understand. It's like anything that we don't have right now, we can get it. We just need to evolve into the beingness that can get it. That's it. Right? Like if I love to bring it back to basketball because basketball helped me to understand how to be successful in other areas. Like if you want to learn how to dunk the basketball, you got to work on your jump. You got to work on your vertical jump. You got to do that consistently over time so you increase your vertical jump so you can dunk the basketball. I literally used to teach that. Right? Same thing with your ball handling. My ball handling wasn't the greatest. I literally made a commitment. I said, I want to be nice with the ball handles. Right? So I started practicing every single day. Right? So if you want to pick up women, if you want to build a social circle, same thing. There's a certain set of skills, there's a certain beingness that you need to become to create that. Right? So you go ahead and you start creating it. You know what I mean? You start being that person. And over time, gradually, you will start manifesting. You will start attracting the things that you need to attract. And you'll start creating the life you want to live. Right? So just to recap, building your own social circle, building your own tribe. You know, it starts with you. You need to be good. You need to handle your insecurities. You need to be proud of yourself. You need to love what you see in the mirror. Get to that place. How you get to that place? The way I did it is I started going after my insecurities. I started going after my fears, because these are the things that were making me weak, that I wasn't proud of. You know what I mean? I wasn't proud of me not being able to talk to a woman without get sweating and getting nervous. That wasn't cool. That wasn't a character I wanted to play in life. So I had to improve that, right? I had to work on that, right? I wanted to be more intelligent. I wanted to be more knowledgeable. So I started reading books, right? I wanted to have an amazing physique. So I started working out. Start creating the version of yourself that you would be proud of, right? You need to actually love who you are, right? And you need to love the process. So love yourself now and love who you're becoming. You see what I'm saying? Right? I'm not saying you need to wait until you become a certain way to love yourself. Love the fact that you're designing this version of yourself, that you're improving, that you're evolving. Like, that's the love. Like, enjoy life. Enjoy the moments of life. Enjoy the journey of life. The same way when you watch a movie, you enjoy the entire movie. You don't wait until the end of the movie to enjoy it. Right? When you're playing a video game, you don't wait until you beat the game to enjoy it. You enjoy the whole process, right? So that's where you need to get to. But you enjoy the process because you see the movements. You see that you're going somewhere. You see that you're on your way somewhere. People get depressed when they feel like they have no purpose, when they have no vision, when they have no goal, when they feel like their life is not going anywhere. That's how you get depressed. But if you want to feel good, you want to feel happy, you want to feel joyful, fulfilled, you need to feel like you're actually moving towards something, like you're actually getting somewhere in life. That's why you need to set an intention, set the goal, set the vision, so that you have something to live for. You wake up in the morning and know what you're living for. You know what your purpose is. You know what your goals are. And you get excited because every day you're getting closer and closer, right? All right, so it starts with you. That's the first thing. Then once you get to a place where you actually love yourself and, you know what I mean, and you're proud of who you are and you know your values, stuff like that, now you're ready to lead. Now you're ready to lead. So you can go out and lead. You can go out and start meeting people with this intention of building your tribe, building your social circle, you know, connecting with people with similar interests, similar values, and lead, right? So basically, once you start meeting these people, you want to start inviting them places, right? You know, start inviting them when you go and do some things that you would normally do by yourself. Just start inviting these people, right? Maybe at first you just invite one, and then the next time you say you invite two people. You need to get comfortable with leading more than one person. At first, you know, get good with leading one person. Maybe add two people, then three. Now you can start throwing parties, but you gotta like build up, right? Level up each time, right? So, you know, building a social circle. So then after that, you leading, you starting to build a social circle, and now you just maintain that. You stay consistent in what you're doing, right? You don't want to stop. You want to keep building that social circle, right? And then you're going to get to a point where things are just going to start flowing naturally. Now people are enjoying spending time with you. People enjoy being part of your social circle. They'll start bringing people into the social circle, right? But you're the leader, so you got to make sure you keep the vibes right? If somebody comes into the social circle that's negative or whatever, you gotta let them know, hey, bro, that like, you know, the vibes over here is only good vibes, bro. It's only positivity, man. If you're gonna be negative, then we ain't with that, right? You're the leader. You created the tribe. You created a social circle. So now you can set the boundaries and set the values and stuff like that. So that's the summary of how you do this, right? So if you're watching this and you like the idea of building your own social circle, but you like some guidance, like some support, just let you know I do have a program. It's a coaching program. If you're interested in working together, you know, you can hit me up to get the details on that. But essentially, we'd focus on you improving in these three areas: grounded masculinity, authentic expression, and leadership. When you have these three qualities, you can pretty much do anything in life. Right? You can create anything. You can create a tribe. You can create a social circle. You can attract a girlfriend. You can create attract a rotation, right? You can build a business, right? Because these are like the core things of what a real man is. A real man is grounded in his masculinity, right? A real man is able to express himself authentically. A real man is able to lead, right? And so I call it a sexy beast because these qualities, man, you become sexy, right? Like women find you attractive when you demonstrate these qualities, right? And then the beast part is you just like taking action, you having a goal, you having a purpose, and you just being a beast, just going out to, you know, taking massive action, just making shit happen. But it's coming from your soul, from your heart, because you're passionate about what you do. You know what I mean? So that's the focus here. It's like building these 3 core qualities and then just going after your goal. Going after your goal. All right? I hope y'all got good value out of this. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.